Good Erev Shabbos, everyone. Also, tonight is Shvi Pesach, the seventh night of Pesach. We celebrate the splitting of the Red Sea. And in Chutz La'aretz, outside of Eretz Yisrael, outside of the Holy Land, they celebrate Sunday as well. Achron Shal Pesach. Here in Eretz Yisrael, we celebrate Shvi Shal Pesach and Achron Shal Pesach in one day on this week's Shabbos. So an idea that we spoke about Shvi Shal Pesach, that we celebrate the splitting of the Red Sea, and we spoke about this many times, but a new idea, when it talks about the different opinions of when the Jewish people came to the sea. Some said to go jump into the sea as a way of committing suicide, others said to surrender, others said to fight, a fourth group said to pray. And God told Moshe, Dabra b'nei Yisrael v'yiso, travel, move forward. And we spoke many times about the Rebbe's talk about this idea of why no one could figure out this response of v'yiso, just move forward. And I was thinking about it today, that it's a fundamental question of how you approach a situation. The reason why most people, when you have a sea in front of you, and the sea represents your challenges that we have in life, all the obstacles that we have in life, and the Egyptians coming from the other side, so you feel you're locked in. So the reaction a person has always is, we have a problem, how do we deal with it? So you have different opinions of how to deal with the problem. Go into the sea, go back to Egypt, pray, God will help you, fight, but a solution to the problem as you see it. Vayiso is not a fifth solution that you haven't thought of, which is to march forward. It's how you approach the situation, the problem in the first place. How do you view a problem? Is an obstacle an obstacle? And are you allowing the obstacle to get in the way of your focus of what you should be doing? And to focus on, instead of focusing on what you should be doing, focusing on around you, the obstacles. And that's what God tells Moshe Rabbeinu. I never told you to stop walking. We have a mission. We're going to Har Sinai. Vayiso is how you look at a situation. Who's asking you now to concentrate on this situation? We have a story. The Alter Rebbe, a Chassid, walks in and says to the Alter Rebbe, he needs X, Y, and Z. And the Alter Rebbe says, I hear what you need. You haven't said what you're needed for. It's not that the Alter Rebbe gave him another answer. It's where's your focus? What have you been focusing on? You've been focusing on problems. You haven't even paid attention to what's your mission in this world. Your mission is Vayiso, keep on moving forward. And this brings us to what we learned today about Achron Shal Pesach. The Rebbe says, in a connection to what we spoke about at the beginning of Pesach, that this is the matzah that our fathers ate in Egypt, that the idea is the achala b'sana b'mitzrayim, that our fathers ate in Egypt is representing our mind, the chachma, our wisdom, our understanding, that sometimes our minds are in galus or in exile. The Rebbe talked in 1965 when he talks about the Mashiach Sutta, about the Gilui HaMashiach, the revelation of Mashiach. The revelation of Mashiach means is that Mashiach is to gather all the lost sparks, all the lost Jewish people from all over the diaspora and bring them to Eretz Yisrael. And in our own life, that means to gather all the things that you've misplaced. Hashem has given us koiches, given us abilities, talents, energies, garments of our mind, of our thought, speech, and action. And He didn't just give it to us to see as an exercise how we're going to apply it. He gave it to us for a purpose. The purpose was to make this world into a dwelling place for Hashem. And when Mashiach comes, the idea of geula, of redemption, means, it's a question, where have you placed those things? Where have you placed your thoughts, speech, and action? Are you focused on worldly things? Is your drive, like the Rebbe says, the thought of your thought, the part that is not connected to any action, not even a way for you to think about how to perform or how to communicate, but just your inner thoughts. What are your inner thoughts about? Are they about godliness? Are they about mitzvahs, Torah? Are they about Avos Yisrael, helping another person? Or are they about yourself and how you could further your own interests that you've placed them in Olam Hazan, the worldly things, and Gashmis, and material things? And instead of asking yourself, why did Hashem give me these things? Vayiso, take them, travel, move with them, create a dira, create a dwelling place for Hashem. And this is what the Rebbe says is Mashiach. Mashiach is going to gather all our lost, misplaced energies to bring them back to the point of focus of where they should be placed towards making a dwelling place for Hashem. Yes, we go to work. Yes, we go and we accomplish. Yes, we have all the things. But what's behind those things? Is our minds in exile, or are our minds focused on what we should be doing? And I want to wish everyone that going into the splitting of the Red Sea, we split through all the concealments, not just the concealments of negativity, but also concealments to open up and look inside ourselves, get to the depth of ourselves, to understand what that is, and then you could from there find the true redemption with the coming of Mashiach. B'mheir b'yimeinu, speedily in our time this year, celebrate Mashiach Suda with Mashiach at the head of the table, the Beis Hamikdash, and all our brothers and sisters from the diaspora in Gaza, from the gullus, from the darkness, from Laila, from Choshech to Or to light, and may speedily in our time. Good Shabbos and good Yom Tov.